Good morning. Hi, I'm Gemma at Create Studio. Thanks for visiting today. We're going to be making a mini book today, and this is kind of the size that it will look like. And I'm just going to use for this one plain white paper, but you can add, like this little book has a darker cover on it. And what we're doing is taking a regular piece of paper and you're going to fold it into thirds so that it ends up looking like this. Nice and flat, where you're taking your edges and you're making sure that they're smooth, and then you're going to fold it in half like this, and you're going to fold it again like that so that you end up with one that's folded into sections. And then we're going to open this up. This is kind of like when we made our flip book. So then we have all these sections. Then, this is a little bit of the tricky part. We're going to take the very first row that we're doing, and I'm going to cut across 3 of the rectangle squares of the paper. So I'm not cutting all the way to the top. I'm just cutting that far. And then I'm going to go to this side, the opposite side, and I'm going to flip it over and cut it going the opposite direction, doing the same thing where I'm cutting up 3 squares. So it ends up being kind of like a tangle. And then, this is the trickier part. Then I'm gonna fold my papers back together. So I took them apart, and then I'm just folding them back into the thirds that they were. And then I'm refolding my papers. And this is the part that you can check out so that they are all back into the little square. And then what you can do is, some of my pages will open easily, but others of my pages are going to need, I think we want to do, let's see, we want to do it so that all of our fold sides stay together. I think that's not okay. And then, so all of our fold sides are not together. We got some open sides, and then I have some pieces that I'm just going to go in and do a little cut across so that I can have them open the rest of the way. And then this is going to be the inside of my book. Then I'm going to take, when I made a second one, so I'll finish folding that. I'm going to take the top third, so I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to cut one piece all the way off, because that's going to be my cover. So that's my cover, and then I'm going to fold my pieces inward like so they're facing each other. So then that's going to become a cover for my book. So it looks the same. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a hole puncher. I realize I, of course, put the list of materials below, so you'll have those. I use my hole puncher to punch a hole, and you could even just poke through. And then I have brads. A brad is a little fastener for paper. And why I'm using a brad in particular, if you don't have a brad, you could use a button, would work great actually. So that just goes in like that. The brads, and this side I'm going to try the opposite. I'm going to put my hole, so I've got a hole that I made just in my cover piece, and then you put your brad through so it's flat on that side, and then you open it so that you can poke it down flat. So you got that, and then that's a front cover and a back cover. Then I'm going to take a piece of yarn, mine is really long, I'm going to wrap it around the outside of my brad a few times on one side like that. And then I can use it to wrap around the back side to close my book. I don't need this really long piece. I had just cut it, so I made sure I had plenty. But you can leave it a little bit long. You could tie it in a knot because sometimes yarn will fray. And then you have a little book that you can have closed. And then you undo the loop to open your book. Hope you had a fun time with this one, and we'll see you for the next one. Have a great day.